testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 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 testing. Can you hear me? Crisp bread, can you hear me? Dog car. He's got a gun. He's got a gun. W. Cranny, Moose Chucker, Carrier, A Cooldown. Hey, Sam, a thingamajig, Electrics. Mavs in 7, baby. Mavs in 7. Has it ever happened in the history of the NBA? Do you know? Never?
Well, maybe it did happen. Somebody.
Has there ever been a 4-game comeback? We're not muted, are we? Has there ever been an 0-3 comeback in NBA? Never. Well, NBA's been around since the 60s or what? That's ridiculous. Never, not one time? It's cool we're going to be there for the first. It's cool we're going to be there for the first. Hello! What happened? I don't do sports. Clays, as a new member of the sports Illuminati, I'll tell you, it was just a dog shit game to watch.
That was a great game. You could have been 21 down.
No, it was not a good game to watch. It was a depressing game to watch because nobody else wants to see Boston win.
I do.
Um,
Boston, which I don't want Dallas.
Atrioc, I'm smoking weed right now. Is that cool? Ask my dad. Ask my dad. He'll tell you if it's cool or not.
Not cool.
Over at Raytheon,
That's
he's been puffing the Magic Dragon.
No.
Yeah. Any Raytheon coworkers of my dad, he is a heavy weed smoker.
That's not true.
Hides it from the government, hides it from his bosses, but
That's my random piss test now.
he's Hey, Big A, I know you are insecure about your chronic hair loss and your big fingers, so I won't ask you about that. I just want you to know how much cooler your dad is than you. How much you pay this guy?
$40,000.
Oh, you got the check over there? All right, I'll tell you guys this, since my dad's already leaking the fucking thing. I've had this $40,000 check sitting on my desk for like 8 months. And
Holy shit, dude, has it been 8 months?
It's been a while. Don't show it on camera.
No, I won't.
And I've never cashed it because I've always thought as long as I have that check, it made me feel like no matter what I spent money on,
Dude,
like
this check's no good. I swear to God.
it's no good.
Date.
Don't show him.
Yeah, date. Check the date. And then check the void after 90 days.
Oh, this check's no good.
Idiot.
Oh, they better. Oh, I have to go fucking. This check is no good, bro.
So not only did you lose the bet on the
No,
Dallas game
okay, it's not like I don't get the money. I just got to message the guy. I bet they're sitting pretty. They're sitting fucking pretty.
They had that for interest free for 6 months.
Yeah. Imagine they went out of business or something and I don't get my pay. I would freak out.
Stocks always go up. Lately,
Damn, it is void after 90 days. That's so funny. That's fucked up. If they take 40K from me, I'm going to freak out. This will be a bad day for me.
seat, no?
What?
Oh, I look fat on camera. That's 6 pounds.
We're macking on Oreos watching the finals. It would have been a health food trip. Anyway, chat, good to see you all. My father is in town. Kind of a surprise drop-in here.
Father's Day, early.
Early Father's Day drop-in here. I get for work, right? You're in town for work.
Around town for work. Mostly to see you.
Mostly see me.
Pay for it.
Little Raytheon bonus. If you guys have any questions about how to build the latest and greatest missiles, he is here to deliver.
I design them. I build them.
He designs
fix
them. There you go. This is your mic.
Oh,
Right here.
I feel like I'm riding a shotgun. My camera.
I already know how to make missiles. Well, Crispy Fresh already knows how to make missiles.
Hey, I got a little ED problem here.
I'm sure they'll ask you about that too. Here's the thing. You gotta tighten it up. You just gotta tighten it up. Mike.
Mike, baby.
Can I buy the best parts and ship them to Russia? It's for a science project.
Yeah, call me. DM me.
They'll put you on a list. They'll put you on a list for that. Don't even joke. Can you stop going live? We're going to watch season 20th premiere of Deadliest Catch. I haven't even going live. I've been so lax this week.
I'm here to get him back on board.
My dad's here to get me back on board. He's here
This is not the son I raised.
He's here to get my checks cashed. And
Yeah, if you'd been like a week or two past the date, you might have got away with it. But
yeah, well, I mean, it's good that you told me that this is void because I've been sitting here thinking, oh, I got 40K whenever I need it. And now I need to make sure I call them because you never know with these. I'm just going to tell you guys, this is my merch company. If they go out of business all the time. Merch companies in the streamer space, they go out of business all the time. And I might just not get paid. I'm going to...
that'd be a lesson, a hard lesson. But a lesson none the same. I mean,
Free
you could try.
hats? Yeah.
It's just what's printed on it. I've heard of people cashing checks that were. I don't want to. I'll be right back.
Okay. You gonna check it out? Yeah, don't do it on camera. All right, Chad, how you doing? What's going on? What's going on with your day?
Questions and I'll answer from back here.
All right, we'll ask some questions.
No question is taboo.
Well, it's like all merch. It's like I've never cashed in for my merch. It's like all merch combined, I believe, thus far. And so I cashed in, and then I didn't cash the check. We have been banning Ari all the time. Good. You know how I don't even know if my dad understands this. You know, League of Legends game I used to play all the time. You didn't like it?
After college,
Yeah.
Didn't do anything? Yeah.
That's right. I didn't do anything. Just played League of Legends all day. Well, the game's free to play. It's free to play, so you can play it. You can download it. You can play it for free. However, they make their money by selling you like cosmetic outfits, basically for the characters you play. Like they're called skins.
We gotta sign it, dude.
I gotta sign it.
Yeah.
All right. I just can't put it on camera. Someone's gonna. Medium Hall, thank you for the gifties. He gifted a tier 1 sub to Raytheon Technologies.
What does that mean? What is a gifty?
He gifted a subscription. Is this a real?
Yeah.
Raytheon Technologies, everyone's favorite defense contractor. This is not. It can't be real.
That is our emblem, though.
Yeah, they can Google it. Wow, what a hit! What a hit! I need a pen.
Where's your pen?
I don't. What do you mean? Where's your pen? Like I keep a pen on me. It's 2024, old man. We use digital now. Okay, we type.
Digitally.
We send. You ever heard of email yet? You guys have email over at Raytheon?
Teams message.
Hey, Truck. Long time chatter, first time listener. Are you going to do a watch party for the Chestnut v Kobayashi hot dog contest? What is it, like a separate thing? Didn't Joey Chestnut get banned for his sponsorship? They're doing a separate one. They're doing a one-off special. Netflix is making one. That's genius. Oh my god, that's so genius. That's so genius. That's such a smart fucking move on their part. Did you hear about this?
What happened?
You know Joey Chestnut, the hot dog eating champion.
He got banned.
They banned him because he's got a vegan hot dog sponsor. He wasn't going to eat vegan hot dogs. That's his sponsor. It's kind of.
So they banned him.
They banned. It's pretty fucked up. Nathan's.
That's the worst of cancel culture. We've hit an all-time low.
You gotta say it to the mic. They can't even hear your side of the.
I said that's the worst of cancel culture. When you cancel Joey Chestnut for eating a vegan hot dog.
Oh, you can hear him. All right. Anyway,
Sign on the line.
it is tragic.
I should get like a 10%.
No, you should not get a 10%.
All right. We'll
All right, I signed it.
Even.
Don't. All right. Anyway, so Netflix, in response, immediately jumped on the opportunity and is organizing a special 1v1 Joey Chestnut versus Kobayashi hot dog eating showdown. That's genius. Your pen mentioned, so you didn't even see where I signed. Are they vegan? No, I think they're normal. He was never going to eat vegan hot dogs. He was just sponsored by someone other than Nathan's.
Oh, that makes sense.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Because it's a Nathan's hot dog contest.
Yeah,
and
what?
he's sponsoring another company.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
This doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense.
I retract my earlier statement.
No, it doesn't make sense just because.
Nathan sponsored it.
I understand. He can't go up there and scream about eating something else, but he doesn't have to be sponsored by Nathan's. He could take a better deal.
They probably had no deal from Nathan's. They're letting him eat 100 hot dogs for free.
He said they're letting him eat the hot dogs for free. That's Nathan's sponsorship. Yeah, wow. What a How generous. How generous.
If someone gave me 100 hot dogs, that would last a year.
The rate that you're eating those Oreos, those hot dogs would be gone by the third quarter. Those hot dogs would be gone.
We're gonna try this. Bounces. We'll claim ignorance.
Did you see there are Russian warships in Cuba? Yeah, my dad did. He's trying to stoke the flames. Trying to stoke the flames so Raytheon stock price goes up. He's hoping. He's hoping Russia makes a move.
That's so not true. Not even fun to joke about. Give it all away.
Surely you support vegan hot dogs so your fingers will be safe. Hang on, timing you out.
Ooh, deep burn.
Timing you out. I'm timing you out.
What? That's terrible. You're like a little mini Trumpster right there. Oh, you said something I don't like? I'm going to turn you off.
I got to let you guys know, my dad's coming into this stream with a political agenda. My dad and my mom are trying to move the needle for Joe Biden, and they think my stream is the way to do it. I want you guys to know this going in. They know the polls aren't looking great right now for Biden, and they need to make the needle move.
All I'm saying is they can improve.
You have the floor, sir. Talk about it. Let them know. Get these young people who aren't going to vote out to
That's the thing. I know. Not just young people. People in general are apathetic toward voting because we generally have two shitty choices. But one is shittier. Actually, we have three shitty choices.
You don't love brainworms?
I don't love brainworms either.
You don't love Mr. Brainworms?
His own family doesn't support him.
Yeah.
And that's a tight-knit family.
My family didn't support me playing League of Legends. Turned out great.
Fair point. Fair points.
You probably call League of Legends sort of a brainworms vibe. How did that turn out?
There was a worm eating your brain when you were playing League of Legends for 18 hours a day, stuck in the office, never coming out, look white as a ghost, had no sunshine.
Okay. I
said, hey, Brandon, why don't you get a job? I'm moving out! Then you stormed out the house, and then when I watch your streams, then my dad kicked me out of the house.
Yes,
kicked
you
you out
did.
my ass, and you ran away.
You did kick me out of the house.
Technically ran away, but you were 22 years
No,
old. So
you did kick me out of the house.
I would
All
never.
right. You said Costco. You said Costco or the door, and I had bigger dreams. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, are you disrespecting anybody that works at Costco?
No, I'm not disrespecting anyone that works at Costco, but I'm just saying
you're gonna get my
everyone that
membership.
works at Costco, if they could play side by side with Faker in the League of Legends Championship, they would.
Did you do that? Did you?
I was close. He thought about it.
No.
I'm an NBA player now, so League of Legends is sort of in the past for me.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, the Mavs might need me based on what I saw today.
Well, you could have gone in for Jokic because he got crushed. The Joker.
Yeah.
Hey, what about that baseball guy you hang out with, Michael Pence?
It's Doncic.
Not Michael Pence.
You're super quiet. It says you're super quiet. Can you test?
Hello. Is it better?
Yeah, it sounds good. Just keep it close.
Put it right up there.
What were we saying? What about
the baseball player you used to hang out with?
Oh,
I said Michael
used to
Pence.
hang out with.
You went to his house one time.
Talking
Ryan?
about who's he talking about? No, it was the really famous Giants player. Oh, someone's gonna know. It's not Ohtani.
It's not. I want to say
you're gonna know it in 1 second. White guy. No. Famous Giants player. Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hunter Biden.
Talking about we
Hunter
were best
Pence.
friends. No, we did like 2 streams together, and then he was a Twitch guy, so I went to his house one time.
That's hanging out.
We're not.
I'm not saying you guys were clubbing
he
together.
would not know my name.
We didn't know his.
True. I guess we are friends. Well said. Well said.
He's probably a closet streamer or closet chatter.
Yeah, he's probably a closet chatter. Which one do you use Hunter Pence? Famous Giants player. He plays for the Savannah Bananas. He still plays?
He plays for the Savannah. I saw some videos on the Savannah Bananas. Actually, I have a Savannah Bananas T-shirt.
Wait, are they like the Harlem Globetrotters of...
No, they're like a minor league team, but they do some antics.
Savannah Bananas.
Yep, I had that T-shirt.
We make baseball fun. Fans first. Entertain always.
That's great because baseball's pretty boring.
Agree. Agree.
Get down to it. Although I do like the pitch clock.
You're telling me this is a regular team.
It's a minor league team.
Yeah,
They're not, the MLB.
I think it's a joke. I think it's a...
I don't think they're not like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
They do stuff.
Well, they do stuff.
He's just tall.
Funny stuff.
He's just tall. No one says a tall man can't play baseball. Nothing in the rules. Watch a video on them? My dad can't hear videos. We only got... Is today Father's Day? No, it's a little early Father's Day. Early Father's Day treat. A little surprise.
I'm actually spending the actual Father's Day with my favorite son.
What's Zach going to do? What's Zach going to do?
We're going to go out. We're going to see his dogs and hang out.
That sounds totally different than what
you and
normally
100
do.
pence.
Atrioc, reporter from Who Cares Entertainment. What are your thoughts on the Yeah, I'll talk about it tomorrow, brother.
On the what?
The Apple event. Apple Intelligence. They talked about everyone's trying to do AI.
Yeah.
But they don't want to be the same as everybody else. So they said AI stands for Apple Intelligence. They did a whole thing.
What?
It's goofy.
You can't just abscond.
You can't just try to say.
Can't do that.
But that's sort of Apple's thing. They never want to be.
Also, Tracy, your
what?
mom.
Yeah.
I knew you'd worm your way onto that stream.
No, I asked them to be on.
He asked me to be on.
It's a Father's Day special.
It's a Father's Day special. So anybody you probably have some guys out there that are fathers, young fathers, new to having kids.
Nobody in this chat has left their room in 22 years.
That's not true. That's such an outdated stereotype of gamers. Okay. I can't believe you would buy into that.
You are the you created that stereotype.
I did not.
You perpetuated it? You created it?
No, I'm the one that fought against it. And I'm the one that made
you did not fight against it. This is like
bullshit. That's bullshit. I listen to your stream once in a while. I'm not a lot. I'm not a fan. I'm not a subscriber. Your mother subscribes. I don't subscribe.
By the way, this is why my parents start every content about my stream. No, I'm cutting in here for a second. You guys will call me. I don't normally watch your stream. I don't see anything. I happened to tune in the other day, and it's always everything. No matter what it is, you've seen it, but you've never seen it before. This is the one time you tuned in. Interesting.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you spread a lot of disinformation about your growth, about your childhood.
Speak to that.
Yeah, disinformation about your childhood.
Well, give me an example.
Well, let's just play back some old tapes about what you did.
Okay.
And you're like, oh yeah, when I was, I had to change high schools 4 times. No, that's not,
I did have to do that.
No, you didn't.
7th, 8th, 9th, 10th grade, all different schools.
We talked about this on a previous stream.
Did we? We already done this one?
Yeah, so it's like an old bit, but everyone changes schools from 8th grade to 9th grade.
No.
Everyone does. I mean, it's junior high.
All the same kids, then it's not. But if you're changing the students, but shake your head. That's what matters.
Oh,
it was different students.
I graduated kindergarten and I had to go to a whole different classroom with a different teacher.
Okay. You understand? There's a different. When you move, it's a different.
But you didn't move.
I did move.
You stayed in the same place.
I did move.
You took the bus. I was going to make an inappropriate joke. I'm glad I caught
Yeah,
myself.
catch yourself. Catch yourself, Mr. Raytheon. One of your coworkers is in here.
This is my private time. I can't be held accountable. I'm not releasing secrets.
Drove his Bugatti uphill both ways to school.
Guys, if anybody from Raytheon's watching, you can totally reach out to me. Some guy texted me.
Yeah.
They called teens messaged me on his very last day at work.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, I caught you and Atrioc on stream, and I was too nervous to reach out to you, but it's my last day, so it doesn't matter. Hey, enjoyed the stream and goodbye." And I would have said, "Hey, thanks for commenting," but the guy he'd already quit. I don't know. I'm not that big a deal.
People. How many people are building missiles in this chat?
Not a lot. We do more than just build them. You got to design them. You got to polish them.
You got to ship them out.
You got to ship them. You got to ship it. It's all logistics. You got to buy the parts.
There's a lot of different parts.
A lot of moving pieces.
A lot of moving pieces.
Yep. They're super complicated. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, can you give your dad's side of the story of Brandon getting stuck in London? What's your side of that story? I feel like we agree on all the accounts of that story.
That was the stuck in London. I forgot about the worst part of it.
Oh, yeah, what's
that? The first worst part of it was you calling and saying help, and then click. Stuck in London, click. and we're like, what the hell? And he can't get through to us to tell us that he missed his flight.
Yeah. So you guys don't know the story. I mean, when we're in London, me and Ari were stranded there. We missed our flight.
That's when they were just friends.
Stayed that way. Still
I would have, if I was her, I would have said, "This guy's an idiot."
Okay. Well, not my fault. Not okay.
It is a little
the
your
tunnel
fault.
There was a fire or something.
Yeah, the tunnel was a fire, so my airplane couldn't take off.
I couldn't get to the airport. Anyway, we get there. We miss the plane. It's a disaster. And we only have like 8 euro coins. This is before Brexit. And
no, first of all, the British never had the euro. They always had the pound. Prior to
we got 8 pound coins.
Yeah.
All right. We got 8. And
you didn't have enough to make a decent phone call, a proper phone call.
The airport phone, it's like £1 per second. It's like an insane.
Yeah, it's
so you put it in,
you're dialing internationally,
and you start talking, and it clicks. And we don't want to put all of our money in because we want to have a little bit left.
It's better to space it out.
So we put it in, and again, I have to figure out what I'm going to say to my parents, to figure it out in 2 seconds. So I call I thought it was mom, but whatever. I'm calling.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Get her spun up.
I call my mom, and I go help, and then it clicks. Like I'm in a trunk.
It was like that movie Taken. I have a special set of skills, and I will find you.
It's like a hostage situation.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So obviously that freaks them out. I think Ari does the same thing too with her coins. So we got all the parents freaked out.
I'm glad that you guys sat and talked about it and came up with a good strategy.
Yeah, wow.
Anyway. You eventually you borrowed someone's phone or something like that.
Yeah.
You got some deal where we
had to ask the gate that guy and get a phone, I think.
Yeah. So you said, "Hey, I'm not flying into Frankfurt, which is 1 hour from your house. I'm going to fly into Baden-Baden, Germany, which is about 7 hours from your house. And I know that you just got off a 12-hour shift, but I know you wouldn't mind just bebopping on down."
This is what I said.
Through Germany.
This is what I said verbatim. I said bebopping on down.
I mean, you had to cross through 2 countries. Yeah. Well, Germany into France, out of France, back into Germany, and then find you 2 idiots, and then bring you back. Which is very unfortunate for Ari because she didn't know me at all.
Ari was freaked out. She was freaked out.
I was pissed.
I remember it was so funny. When she remembers this really well, she talks about it all the time. She could hear you on the phone. When I finally was talking to you and explaining what's going on, you have this big long pause and you go, "Are you shitting me, Brandon?" Ari started freaking out.
Yeah, because it was a long drive. I had to come get you.
She started freaking out. And then she just pretended to be asleep. And then she did fall asleep. She pretended to, and then it actually did fall asleep the whole ride.
The thing of it is there's no option of me not to come get you.
Mm-hmm.
There are parents out there who say, "Well, figure it out and get home. But there's no way I'm going to travel the end of the earth to get you. I'm going to do that, but I won't be happy about it. But I am going to come get you.
Well,
just like the Atlanta story.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I know, eat that one in. But we won't revisit that tragedy. But so what? Yeah, it sucked at the moment, but it's been a great.
Yeah, it's a fun story.
It's a great story.
Worked out.
I wouldn't trade that for anything. Just the story.
It was good. It was fun.
God
Fun
damn,
time.
I'm fat. God.
You got a big cruise coming up. You better.
We do.
Come back.
We got a big cruise coming
Chris
up in
Farley.
March. Oh, that's not nice.
What do you mean? Oh, I wasn't saying.
Did you ever
big
see?
guy.
Have you watched The Dark Side of Comedy?
No. Is this the story of Chris Farley's downfall?
There's a bunch of comedians. Dark Side of it's on Netflix, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about a bunch of comedians and the the not great part about being a comedian. And one of them was on Chris Farley. Pretty sad. I like Chris. I still like him.
Yeah, you saw. I mean, you were telling me about the tribute they did at the Adam Sandler thing.
Oh, dude, don't get me started.
That's funny. My dad chokes up more at the Adam Sandler tribute to Chris Farley than I ever seen him for.
He
had a tear at my wedding, but not.
It was hot. It was hot at your wedding. It was hot. It was sweat. No, it was. I was like, I was after I retired from the Air Force. Before I had another job, I was just kind of sitting around doing nothing. And I had no direction in my life. And I was watching the Adam Sandler show, and I was like, oh, okay. Then he started talking about his best friend Chris Farley, and I was like, oh mother. Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah.
Because if your best friend kills himself in such a tragic manner like that, it's terrible. What a downer fucking show this is. When I say show, I mean stream. I don't know the lingo.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, I'm not hip.
Of course, it's a downer.
I live in a van down by the river. To quote Chris Farley.
He's trying to dodge the camera. He doesn't want to be on camera.
Well, you got this big bar in front of my face.
Every guest has had this problem. I don't know what to do.
Well, maybe.
You do this, and then it just doesn't stay.
Yeah, all right. I don't care.
Didn't you say Me Llamo at your wedding? You did. You crushed.
Oh, that was crushing.
You hit the Spanish speakers with Me Llamo Darren, and you got a standing O.
That was perhaps my best one-liner of all. Seriously. I've had some hits. But that was like
a Latino king.
That was a T-ball setup, though.
Yeah.
Unintentionally. He set me up perfectly.
What you said? Oh, yeah.
And they were all drunk.
That's open bar, baby.
That was
good wedding choice. Get an open bar going.
Yeah, there was no disappointment in that.
Oh, I want to know if you remember this story different than me, because I
remember all your stories differently than you.
No, you don't.
Every one of your stories.
What about the London story? What do we disagree on?
The Lennon?
The London story.
Oh, okay. Good point.
What did we disagree on? Anyway, this story I was telling, and I was like, damn, maybe I'm misremembering it because it sounds so crazy.
Yeah.
This is us going to that warehouse.
The New Year's Eve party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were all dressed in our Sunday finest.
Yeah, we were.
And it was like a bunch of German ravers.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, wait a minute. I couldn't believe that was real. As I was like,
that was
isn't that crazy?
That was massively disappointing. Because I bought those tickets in Berlin. It was billed as a huge event. And I was like, this is going to be so cool. I got both my kids of drinking age. We're going to go. We're going to have a great time at this big party in Berlin. We're in Berlin. This is fucking awesome. And we get there, and it's really an abandoned, like, 3-story warehouse. Not a chair in the freaking place.
I just remember us, and there's a smoke, and we're sitting on the milk
carts. It's milk carts just littered throughout this freaking abandoned building. And it's open, and everyone's like, we're like all dressed up. And they're like in jeans and ripped shirts, and they're just like looking at us like, what a bunch of fucking crazy Yanks.
Squares. Okay, I remember
you guys were all great sports, because I was really disappointed.
Yeah,
you guys are all great sports.
It was fun. I mean, us walking around afterwards was a great New Year's, but I remember you wore a military thing.
No.
Am I crazy?
I didn't wear anything. No, I wouldn't do that.
You had like, you pinned something on you had like a dark blue suit, and you had like a... Okay, but you agree with everything else? And
That's when the shrooms were kicking in.
that's when the shrooms kicking in? All right.
No, I wasn't wearing anything military. But what sucked is we were at that really nice hotel in Berlin, and they had they had the party we were dressed for.
Right, they had
at that hotel, and we could have just stayed there.
I think our story was better. I think it was worth it.
I don't know. It was a disaster. I was like, oh, I can't. And it was like $800 for those tickets.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
That's crazy. $800. That was a empty warehouse.
It was a completely open bar. Like you drink it, but I can't drink $200 by myself in one night.
Yeah,
none of us could.
And I'm dressed up with my parents. I'm not gonna get sloshed drunk.
Oh, how about the story when we went to we were in Dublin? Remember that we took that trip to Dublin, and we went to the Jameson factory tour, and they just randomly picked a few people from the tour. Hey, if you want to try a shot of Jameson, come on up. And I was like, raised my hand, like, fuck yeah. And they picked you. And I was like, okay, man. And so we're like, they're all setting the drinks up. I'm like, all right, Brandon, I know you probably had beer and stuff before, but this is, grain alcohol. Be careful. And you're like, boom, boom, boom. You shot 3 of them in 7 seconds. And I'm like, oh, shit, this guy's a professional.
ASU days.
Yeah.
ASU days.
My worries were misplaced.
Different time.
Yeah.
I'm actually a huge lightweight now. Ari gets me crap all the time. I don't drink anymore. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I feel like crap.
Maybe from that last stream.
Oh, I got weed now. Me and you, we got weed smokers.
I don't smoke.
Is that right, Raytheon employees?
I don't smoke the weed.
You got a big ganja smoker over here.
Nope. I've signed an oath not. I did that. I have not smoked weed ever. Well, that's not true, but
Ever.
Since
My dad's never smoked weed.
Since my time in the Air Force.
Don't worry, Biden. He's got your back.
But you can't. I mean, you can't smoke in the military. You're not supposed to smoke in the
Yeah,
military.
you never would.
No, not
Never
in the Air
have
Force,
and never would.
Not in the Air Force, nor not a Raytheon.
You and Bill Clinton never inhaled.
I think Bill might have been lying. Unlike me. Bill Clinton.
Wait, let me get the air on. We're gonna
God,
start
it's hot as balls in
sweating.
here.
Yeah, this PC heats up. You talk to the chat, or you let them know.
I can't read the chat.
You just make it up. That's what I do.
All right, let me get my glasses real quick, and then I'll answer any questions. Would you turn on? Okay.
Yeah, turn it on. It's gonna start cooling.
All right. I don't know. That's too fast. You
just gotta
look
make
quite dapper, patriarch. Yeah, I'm the fat bastard. I really need to start.
You know what we need to watch on this stream is that old dating video you were in.
Ooh.
I wonder who could get that to me.
I was much thinner then.
My dad was on a dating show, if you guys don't know. You know,
The dating game.
This would actually be really fun to watch.
The dating game.
I wonder if Mom would get that
With
to me.
Elaine
She's
Joyce.
watching, right?
Yeah, you can't do that. What's that?
Mom's watching right now, right?
She doesn't have it.
She's got to have it.
No, in fact, she's not proud of it. She wouldn't want you to.
She sent it to me.
She sent it to you?
I mean, not recently. I'll never find it.
Yeah.
Man, well, only Mom would have been able to find it.
Mom's not gonna look for it because she
doesn't
doesn't
like it?
No. She thinks it puts me in a bad light.
We don't have to watch the whole damn thing, but it's just funny.
It was pretty funny. I thought it was funny.
Man, I wonder who sent it to me. Not recently. It was like years ago, but I watched it on Facebook, and if I just remembered, I could find it right now.
Look at what she put. I knew you'd worm your way into that. Have fun with the kid.
Mom's talking like I'm not gonna make her come on stream when she's out here.
Hey, actually, if you guys could start a petition or something to get Tracy on.
My mom's been dodging the stream.
Yep, and she's much more entertaining. Yeah.
If Mom gets on here, it's gonna be a Joe Biden stump speech for 3 hours.
The only problem is like she won't call you out on your bullshit. I have no problem doing that.
What
your chat?
You're a rambling old man. You got no. You're not calling me out on shit.
I do call you out on shit.
No. Oh, sorry.
God damn. He kicked me. He kicked me. Elder abuse. Elder abuse.
I'm not trying to kick you.
I'm blinking here. I'm held hostage. I'm coming in blurry. I'm coming in blurry and bald. Hey, you guys are giving Brandon a lot of problems.
Honestly, the problem is that we got the same thing going on.
Oh, I don't have all this flop up here though.
Yeah, I got the flop, but the hairline's the same.
Yeah.
You didn't do me any favors.
Well, blame your grandfather. I'll introduce you sometime.
You didn't do me any
I
favors.
didn't. Well, and his dad was no hairy gorilla either. Arthur.
You ever done a beard? I feel like I've never seen you with a beard in my whole
No,
damn life.
I can't do it, man. It drives me insane. I try to do it. I'm like, I'm
Itchy?
going for it. And it's too itchy.
I got the same problem. That's why the only time I shave is when it gets itchy.
Yeah, it drives me insane. Right
We're
off.
back? Oh, we lost a little. We lost?
Oh, you missed the secrets of Raytheon. I gave away all the secrets.
Missed the good. Yeah, you dropped some Raytheon secrets. Are we getting some? Dude, I swear to God, if you stop hearing from me, it's because I went out to the woods, never to return because of the LA internet. It makes me so
Do
mad.
you have woods in LA?
We do.
Oh, you admit to now living in LA? It was a secret for a while. Can I give out your address? I'm just kidding.
Very funny.
Whatever.
Very funny. Who's the handsome young man next to you with the blue shirt? It's actually my father, if you can believe it. If you can believe it. Don't forget the bear spray. People still love that.
Oh,
They
that's a good
love
one.
the bear spray.
That was a good one. Every time I go to Costco, which I may not have a membership anymore when they kick me out because of you, we dissing all their employees. I see the bear spray. It makes me chuckle.
What does Atrioc think about your lettuce burger? You know I eat lettuce burgers? That's where you get the bun with lettuce instead of...
That's not new.
Yeah, I've been doing it.
Oh, well, you're a trendsetter. Those have been around for a long time.
Bro,
You know what?
I brought my dad to a nice restaurant today.
Ooh, it's really good.
Orders the burger. All right, fine. Fine.
Well, there wasn't like steaks
Nothing
and
wrong.
stuff.
Nothing wrong with getting the burger. Then they said, you want it medium rare or well done? He goes,
That's
I don't know if I can handle medium rare. But I don't exactly want well done. And so he's like waffling, and I'm just like, pick one, because the lady's pushing him. And so he asked, can you do medium rare but make it a little more medium, a little less rare?
Bullshit.
They gave me two options. There's only two options. Just fucking...
No, but then I came up with the reason why, didn't I? I just coded the meaning behind their two options on the cookage of the burger.
Let him
Didn't
cookage.
Didn't I?
You made a theory, and then she disproved it. But yeah, you got there.
She liked my theory better.
She did like your
She
theory.
did not like the propaganda that the company's been pushing her, and she's like, "Oh, sir, you've cracked the code." But if for those that like a good burger, medium rare to well done, that's a leap.
That is a leap.
And
Well, your burger was good.
it was really good.
And you got medium rare.
So I said, "Hey, order medium rare," but if the guy needs to take a break and it's not quite medium rare, that's fine with me. And so it came back perfect. It was a perfect medium burger,
Wow.
in my opinion. But I asked her, and I said, "Hey, the reason why you say medium rare or well is basically the chef saying the burger should be medium rare, and if you don't want it medium rare, fuck you. You're getting a burnt piece of charcoal." And then I said that, and Brandon's like, "Oh, I think
Well, I actually agree with you. We found a Gordon Ramsay
Gordon
clip
Ramsay, yeah."
where somebody orders a steak from him, well done or whatever, and it comes back just, burnt as all hell. And they were complaining about it, and he's like, it's insulting. He's like, it's, if you're the quality of the meat, you can't taste it all. If I'm gonna do well done, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's not. There's no joy in it for me as a chef.
So that kind of proves or lent credence to my theory, I believe.
Ground beef medium rare is riskier than steak medium rare. I mean, look, there's no risk. All right, it was all fine. It was.
How
it
does
was
that?
tasty.
That makes no sense. That's a false. That guy's just throwing out.
Oh, someone in chat throwing out something false randomly. Pull him up.
Put that guy out on. Put him on pause or silence him, whatever. You have the power to silence that idiot. Don't be putting lies out there.
Colonel Sanders, you're put on pause.
Oh, Colonel Sanders says it. That makes sense.
You're put on pause,
Chicken man.
Colonel Sanders. We got him. Dad's gone. He's gone mad with power.
Yeah.
We got mad with power.
How long do you put him on pause for? Not 30 seconds, right? A minute?
That's like a minute, maybe.
All right, good.
He might be crushed.
He may not need.
He may never come back. That guy's a long-time sub. Man, just lost me a
quarter. All right. So what's been going on in the world of stream? So the last stream I listened to was we were driving back from Palm Springs. We saw Wanda Sykes. She was hilarious. Hilarious. Anyway, we're listening to you on the way back, and you're talking about Sour Patch Oreo cookies, which just sounded disgusting. And I mean, I wish I could call you because the guy said how shitty it was and how terrible, and then he gave it an 80, which is basically a B minus. And I was like, that makes no sense. His rating scale is jacked up. Yeah,
they got that. There's a game reviewing company called IGN, and they're known for that. They'll just say in the review, it's not very good. It's graphics bad, story bad, and they give it 8.5. They have a rating inflation. They never give anything lower than an 8.
Well, who does that serve?
I guess it's because most people don't read. They just want the review. And most people only want to get confirmation that the thing they like is good. That's the only thing that the business really serves, is they really just want you to tell them that they're right. Nobody wants an actual...
So they feel good about themselves for buying a shitty product?
Yeah, mostly they already like it. They already like it, and they want someone else to tell them that they're correct. They're smart.
Well, I would rather have someone tell me that, hey, this product's not very good. Maybe buy this product.
It turns out, no, that's not what you want. People have already decided what they feel about it before the game even comes out.
Let me tell you, back in my day, the people of my generation, we like it. We like the truth.
When you read on stone tablets the latest review of the camels.
That's mildly racist, but okay.
How's that mildly racist? You're trying to give me random cancel? How's that mildly racist?
I don't know. But like when Jeep say, we're trail rated. Well, who trail rated you? Let me guess. You did. Who cares if you were on a trail? It's not like I don't know. And then Ford does one. Military tough. I'm like, well, that's not great. I've seen some weak people in the military. I'm not talking about Army Rangers. Those guys are tough, but your random sack of potatoes. Anyway, I got off track.
A lot of weird marketing. I saw one recently too. I'm trying to think of what it was that I thought was so silly of a thing to say. But it's not coming to mind.
Oh, did I tell you about? I don't know if you want to share it.
What?
The picture I sent you today about the Raytheon. I don't know that people will get it, because it's funny to me because it is completely not what Raytheon is saying. But when you read it from if you don't know what discrimination is defined not the you want to find the target, not the
let me give him some context. You're talking about discrimination, and no, it's like a poster for a new Raytheon missile, and it's like
new, it's actually old. That's why
discriminate and destroy. That's like what the poster says. And that's what the project he was working on: discriminate and destroy. And he's like, "No, discriminate doesn't mean what you think it means. Don't."
It's not discrimination against people. It's discrimination against the chaff or false targets to find the actual target and destroy the actual target, which is another missile. And if I have to over-explain it, it's just going to go. It's going to go shit.
No, you're winning them over. They all love Raytheon.
But
they're all stockholders.
When I see it, and I just think of you and Zach. I'm like, oh, my two little liberal kids. they'd lose their mind if they saw this.
It's funny that we're the liberal kids and you guys are the Joe Biden super PAC.
Well, I will tell you, I am a registered Republican. Tracy will, she'll say, but in the current election, I have to side with the most common sense. In my opinion, most common sense.
I was going to say the marketing thing I was talking about. You know how Coors I thought this was a funny tweet. I love that Coors Light decided a long time ago that the only selling point of their beer would be it's cold. It's cold. No overpromising on taste, nothing about being healthy, or just if you wait for it to get cold, it's going to be cold. Which is true. It's funny because their beer isn't any colder than anyone else's. It's where it's the temperature you put it.
Coors, in all the land, Coors is my least favorite beer of all time. And I've drank generic beer.
No, I understand
in a white can with the blue letters beer for like $6 a case. Coors is still my least favorite beer of all time. But it does taste better the colder you get it.
Yeah, but that's just beer.
No, that's just the numbness on your tongue. No, but I think the beer.
I respect that. It's amazing marketing. They've become associated with cold, but it's just cold is something they don't control. It's like when I buy
silver
from
bullet, the big train coming through.
No, they do the train. They have the blue mountains that are cold activated on the can, but like, you know, if they come out of the same thing in the gas station, you know, wherever you're buying beer,
drinking and driving, man. I told you once.
The bodega, it's just the same temperature. It's the same fridge.
So you think their marketing is toward, hey, it's refreshing. Like a lot of people poo-poo Coors Light even before everything else, but oh, it's such a light beer and you know whatever, it's not a lot of flavor. I'm like, you know what, Bud Light, if you're working out in the yard or something like that, it's actually refreshing. You're not drinking it for taste.
You didn't sell a sponsor on my stream, did you?
Whatever.
You didn't try to make some extra scratch by doing a little Bud Light ad on my stream.
I'm not doing a Bud Light ad. I'm just saying. Snobby people, I only drink, import. I only drink.
We don't drink Bud Light after what they did to Kid Rock.
That guy's an idiot. Oh my God, he's the rock star.
Disrespected Kid Rock. We don't fuck with.
I say rock star in that he plays rock and roll music. I don't know if he's a star, but he sits there and he's wearing a not Bud Light, but Budweiser hat. And they're like, hey, I thought you.
No, they paid him. He flipped sides. After his whole big thing shooting the cans, they paid him some money. And now like, let's let it all be peace.
Well, no, he was surprised. It's like, he's like, oh, I didn't even know I was wearing this hat. It's a comfortable hat. Like, what?
No, I mean after that, he's done a recent. They sponsored his tour or whatever, and
you think he's motivated more by money than actual
something? I'm gonna disrespect the great legacy of Kid Rock here. I think he might be money motivated.
That's surprising.
I know.
That is surprising. Disappointing.
It is disappointing.
He was my all-time hero. So we did that. We were in Palm Springs. We went down the tram. That's called the tram.
Sure.
And they were playing that Kid Rock song.
Rolling, rolling, roll.
No. It was the one about. It was like a take on Sweet Home Alabama. They mixed it. Like he took that and he sampled it or whatever. It was 1981. Yeah. Was that it?
Yeah.
So think about this. I was talking about drinking and smoking with a 17-year-old girl. And nobody cares. It's like, oh, this is good rock and roll right here. I'm influencing a minor. Good for you, Kid Rock.
You know anything about Drake and Kendrick Lamar? You know anything about this?
No.
Two biggest rappers in the world. Two of the big three. And
There's only 3 rappers in the world?
Okay. Big three, I said.
The big 3? Like
they're called the big 3. Yeah, there's big 3.
Ford, GMC,
All right,
Chevy.
Biggest selling,
Okay.
top stars. Drake, number 1 selling artist of the 2010s. Maybe behind Taylor Swift, but number 1 rapper. He's Canadian, and he's.
They always put the Drakes up there?
Yeah, the Drakes are the claps, but they switched it. So now they do the Kendricks because there's this big rap beef.
Mm-hmm.
And
that didn't end well for Biggie Smalls.
It didn't end well for Biggie Smalls or Tupac.
Have we not learned anything?
This one was a little bit different where they didn't have any violence, physical violence. But Drake's talking shit on him, calling him short, calling him whatever.
I don't like any physical. And I even said it before. I can't stand the T, but I don't like when people say, "Oh, the orange baby." I'm like, the color of his skin. That makes no difference. That's not important.
Let's not body shame Trump, folks.
No, exactly.
Let's not body shame
There's
Trump,
so
folks.
many other bad qualities about him.
He's as beautiful as the rest of us.
Well,
Everyone's got their own. I like his hair. If anything,
I don't
he's the
like
ideal
it,
belt body.
But don't. There's so many other
Can you
things.
turn him up? You gotta just
turn it up.
I think I can turn you up actually. You're right.
There we go. All right, sorry about that. All right. Anyway, go back.
All right. So anyway, Drake's dissing him, calling him short, calling him washed up, calling him not a good rapper, whatever. Kendrick Lamar, who's a bit of a recluse. He uses a flip phone. He's not on social media. He only raps a good verse every 8 months. He's kind of like in the shadows. Kind of the boogeyman, they call him. He doesn't say anything.
Nobody calls him boogeyman. But go ahead.
They do call him the boogeyman. Anyway, so Drake calling him out, he doesn't say anything. Calls him out again, he doesn't really say anything. Then all of a sudden, basically Drake does another diss. Kendrick comes out of nowhere with like this 6.5 minute poem over Jazz, calling him a pedophile. And then right after that drops another song that's like a true summer banger, like played at every party all over the country. That's also calling him a pedophile. So like a double whammy. And this has been dominating the summer. I mean, it's like the number one. It's his biggest song ever. I'm not gonna play the songs for you because I set everything up, but it's great. Like right now, the number one song is a song calling Drake a pedophile, and it's being played everywhere. It's being played at kids' bar mitzvahs. It's being played everywhere. I mean, is
there something to that though? Is that was in the news? Is like a Michael Jackson story behind that?
There's a lot of that. He's a bit of a. I mean, nothing. I don't think anything 100% concrete, but he's
Jeffrey Epstein kind of thing.
He's got like a 17-year-old on stage. He's just had a weird allegation.
Yeah, okay.
It sticks really easy to him, which is because he's got anyway. Right before all this dropped, Drake's talking a big game. He's real tough. Come on, drop, say something. After it's over, he's like, we both had our good hits in. It's like, this is kind of over. It's not that fun anymore. I was like, it's just really funny how it flipped. And that's been the story. And then ever since then, he's been kind of quiet. And that was like this, it was on my stream. It was like one of my biggest streams where I was just reacting to these live as they dropped. And it's been crazy. It's been like a really exciting, interesting time.
So, Van Halen never did that to Led Zeppelin. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just a rap thing where they have
I don't know. I don't get that.
They have the direct personal beef.
Yeah, I don't get it. Although, actually, Sweet Home Alabama, to bring that back up, Neil Young said something about Alabama, and that's where he goes, I hope Neil Young will remember.
Interesting.
So there was actually some dissing that goes way back in the, anyway. A little bit of trivia out there for you young kids. Look it up. Ask your parents for their LPs. Maybe they're 8 tracks. Have you ever even seen an 8-track?
You never had 8 tracks.
I never did. My parents did, though.
No, I never saw 8 tracks. I remember CDs.
It would like that's a big deal.
CDs only happened until I was like,
wow,
7,
CDs,
8?
That's wild because CDs were like the newest thing. Like they were like, oh, this crushed it. We just went over the top on digital media right here. Nothing will surpass this. And it lasted, flash in the pan.
Yeah, because we had iPods when that was the
Walkman.
I don't think I ever had a Walkman.
I sure did. I just call everything now.
But even an iPod, to these kids, iPod's old news. iPod's the most.
Well, now it's just on your phone, right?
Yeah, everything's on your phone. Like having a separate thing for music is crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of storage on a phone, so why would you carry multiple things?
Well, it's all. It's from the cloud. You're not even storing it.
The cloud. There's no cloud. It's the other person's computer.
Okay.
Let me school you on
server architecture master Darren Ewing. Please tell me about how the cloud isn't really up in the sky.
It's not really a cloud, folks.
I know it's true. All right, thank you. Weird. The cloud is a colloquial term we all use to.
It's like the Earth isn't flat.
I was cheering for the flat Earth during this Mavs Celtics game.
That didn't work out.
I told Kyrie if he clutches the game, I believe in the flat Earth. I'm in. But he didn't clutch it, unfortunately. Super, super tragic.
Disappointing.
Mavs in 7, I believe. This is the first time. First time it'll ever happen.
So there was some, was it hockey? Maybe it was hockey or something. There was some playoff recently where they were down
3-0?
3-0 or something that had never been accomplished before, and they came back and did it. And it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Someone know? Some
Does somebody know? It was
was it hockey comeback? What was the
I think it was hockey.
cricket?
No.
Did you see that America beat Pakistan in cricket? It's like a unheard of upset.
Yeah. That's not. It was here in LA, wasn't it? They played a match in LA.
I'm not sure, but big for USA. Big for the USA. We needed this.
That's gonna put us on the
We
map.
needed this. Finally, our country gets some recognition internationally.
I had a guy when I was stationed in Germany. I had a British guy, and I was taking a class on data links, and on a break, I asked this British guy, "Hey, can you explain cricket to me? That makes no sense to me." And so during the lunch break, it was like he spent like 20 minutes going into great detail about the wickets and the pitch.
You know what I hate? Whenever you're in a conversation like that and you know in the middle of it you're not going to remember it and you know it's still going to go on for 20 minutes and you got to...
Yeah, that does suck. But I was generally...
You were trying? You were like...
No, I was generally interested to hear what he had to say. But I've been in those conversations like, when will this story end? Like, you say that about me right now? You say that about me?
No, I'm not saying
I'm almost done.
No, I wasn't.
So he gets in there and he gives this great detail. And at the end of it, he goes, but at the end of the day, it's just as boring as your baseball. I was like, good, I don't have to watch it.
Yeah, it was funny. I mean, I was telling my dad because now I'm into basketball, and I can remember all the times he brought me to basketball games where I would just fall asleep. Or I would just be,
the ultimate insult right now.
I don't even think I had a phone.
I like baseball.
Or
basketball.
I don't even think. Yeah, what would I do? I would just sleep or read a book. I think.
No, you did that at the football games. I had 4 season tickets.
I still hate football. On God.
No son of mine.
On God. Baseball fucking rocks?
No.
No, I don't think so,
But to each his own. I mean, if you like baseball, and I know people do, I have no problem with people who support baseball and go out there and waste their afternoon. We actually went to a Padres game. Mom and I did back in April, and actually going to a baseball game was a lot of fun. But to sit there,
I agree. I've had more fun going to it. With Ari, we used to go to Giants games in the city. Someone said sports are just boring. I'm going to give you a take that I'd say for 98% of my life, I agree with you. I was like, I don't get it. I will say, I think you're wrong. I think I've taken a new leaf, and I realized this.
New leaf?
Sports are almost exactly the same as video games, especially outside of school. The reason you don't like sports is because there's a whole weird class system around sports in school, and you can't get success at it, and it's hard to fit in, so you don't like it. But actually, on its own, sports are like the same fucking thing. It scratches very similar parts of your brain if you like grinding ladder. And watching sports is actually the nerdiest thing. I've actually realized that watching sports is for nerds. People that actually watch and care about sports and statistics, they're actually equally nerdy, if not more so, to every nerd that I know. And there's actual real truth to that. So I want you to know that this is a big breakthrough for me, that it's exactly the fucking same the whole time. Like when I'm practicing basketball and practicing my shot, it's the exact same thing when I'm practicing fucking Hollow Knight or whatever. It's the same. It's literally the same part of my brain. I just like doing this mindless thing over and over to get it better. There's no difference, and it always has been that way, and I never really understood it. My dad doesn't love this take, but it's true. It's a fact.
I don't love the take. I get the parallels you're drawing, but it almost sounded like at the beginning of your little diatribe there that you were saying sports are almost as cool as esports.
Almost. They're not quite. They're not quite there.
They've almost achieved the level, people actually like running and jumping and putting physical activity.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
Yeah. I mean, I agree that there's a skill to it. I agree that esports, there's a skill to it that is uncommon. There are people who have an uncommon skill at it, just like there are athletes or artists or musicians or whatever who have an uncommon skill to do it. And then if you choose to celebrate them, then that's great. That's awesome.
The world should fight their wars in CSGO.
Yeah. Why not?
Don't say it.
Why not? Because that'd be rigged. Yeah, can you imagine if? Can you imagine if there's a referee for a war?
A
Like,
referee for a war.
Like we're watching basketball tonight.
Yeah.
There were some bad
There's some
charging
calls,
calls.
yeah.
And so like, that's not right. It's like, oh yeah, you lose Albania because charging. What the? I want to recall. I want to check the tapes. Play that back. So yeah, I guess we do have to kill each other.
The UN? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. The Hague.
Oh, Zach's been to The Hague.
Has he?
He did. Kids
Was
in
he
high
that evil? And
school. No, but like in high school,
committed that many war crimes?
you do those like UN type things, or you play government games in high school to learn about it. He actually did that in The Hague.
That's cool.
That was way cool. That was awesome.
Knowing him, he probably did some fake war crimes. He's always trying to cheat games that he's in. He's always trying to.
Oh, remember when we
bend the
caught you
rules.
on that cheat?
What cheat?
I think it was slime, or no, it was the guy from Canada. I can't. His name. Oh shit.
Isto? Steven?
No, yeah, Steven.
Steven.
He wrote me and he said, "Hey, I think we have this game and Brandon's in a competition.
Oh.
We're pretty sure he's gonna cheat. Will you record yourself being disappointed? And then if he does, we'll play that disappointment tape." And I go, "He's definitely gonna cheat." And you cheated with like in 10 seconds.
He put it in the menu. He put cheat menu in the. I'm not gonna not click it. I'm not gonna not check it out. See what it is.
Always the short.
He said hi, by the way. I talked to that guy today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he said hi.
He's a good guy. I like him.
That was really funny. Yeah, he's a good guy.
It was funny. It was funny that it wasn't like you played for 10, 15 minutes and like, I'm going to go cheat. It was like, cheat mode, click. It was immediate. That was hilarious. And then Mom was in that one too.
You
She's
guys
like,
don't know it was this clip. I think someone's got it in chat. We don't have the sound, but I'll.
Save space. They already have saved.
It's right here.
So I don't have it.
I'm just showing you.
It's right here. I think I just
Save
open
space.
it.
They already have saved.
Open cheater menu. Then it goes into this. And then he does this. And then I think you show up.
Yep.
You're like at work. No, it's at home.
That's
It's
at home. That's home. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep.
Gives me a.
That was a great
I did
set.
frame one. That was the very beginning of the game. Oh, no cam. We have no cam on the. Let's see if I can fix that. We'll play a little Kid Rock while I do it.
Oh, they were playing that song. They were going down.
I opened a Bud Light to that one, baby.
But it always kind of like, this guy's talking about drinking and smoking with a 17-year-old little girl.
That is crazy.
And everyone's like, oh yeah, that's a good song.
That is crazy. Oh, that's why I brought it up.
What?
Not only because Drake got called a pedophile, because I started looking at some of his old lyrics, and he's got songs just like that.
Yeah.
He's got a song called like Teenage Fever, where he's like, he's got some songs that are like,
make you want.
Or you look good in your high school pics, or what? He's got all these lyrics that like don't age well after he's been called pedophile on the number one song in the world.
Well, there. I mean, even back in the 50s, she's 16, she's beautiful. Yeah. Anyway,
Well, that's crazy.
they don't age well. Well, like that. Tracy always gets mad at this one too because that Christmas song. It's cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a date rape.
Yeah, I heard that.
But it's not. It's
but
not.
I think I looked into it, and it's not.
It's
I mean,
totally
well, at least
not.
they say it's not. I mean,
It's not.
but I don't think they were trying.
No, they weren't saying that. But people like this to be mad at something, and they this is the classic Christmas song.
The wokes, we call them on this stream.
I don't like that word either. I don't like that. There's probably things that gone overboard, but that just dismisses all of it. And I don't know what.
Oh, my dad sound pretty woke right now. I think, chat.
I'm awake.
Holy shit, he's based. Holy shit, he's based. We powered through.
I don't know what that
Holy
means.
shit, his third eye's open. He's based as hell.
Third eye open.
Holy
Third eye blind.
fuck, he
It's a man.
sees. I was just testing him. Damn.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Third eye awake.
Oh,
Like the Zen thing?
it's like you can see the spiritual realm.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Oh, I know what I wanted to do.
Oh, let's do it.
I mean, obviously, if you guys have any questions, we're down to answer them. We're just vibing. We're just chilling. I did have something I wanted to do with chat that I thought would be interesting with you. Thank you, Potham Jones, for the 5 gifted. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
What does that mean? I don't.
Potham Jones is just gifted 5 subs. It means 5 people are now subscribed, and he paid for it. It's like $25. That's pretty nice.
That's really nice.
Jeff Bezos does take a fat cut, but what are you gonna do? He has to get his pie.
No, but why would he wants to introduce people to your chat?
Yeah, it's because like whenever they have a sub, they can. By the way, if you have a sub, you can avoid ads like these. If you have a sub, you can avoid ads, and you get access to a whole suite of emotes that we use in this stream, specifically the Atrioc 7 and others. Futura and Tony, they were the 5 gifted, and so he is introducing 5 people to do that, and then they might continue if they like the whatever.
Okay.
So it's cool. It's a nice thing to do.
I thought we were gonna drink that stuff.
We're gonna drink some stuff.
No, not alcohol. You lush. A sports drink or something like that. The powder and the water.
Oh,
My way off base.
you're not off base, but no, we're not doing that on
Okay.
camera. That's for an ad read.
Oh,
We're drinking Juvie, baby.
Juvie. Juvie. That's all right. I'm not gonna say anything. We used to call Juvie before kids didn't behave
Juvie.
well.
It's a different thing. No, it's not.
Juvenile hall. No.
No, it's a meal replacement advertisement that I'm doing.
Maybe I should. Actually, get me on something like that. If I lose weight.
Unironically, that would be a good.
That would be
idea.
great.
The problem is you're about to do this big old cruise, and you're not gonna.
I'm not doing it till March.
Okay, I'm down.
I'm not doing it till March, and I'm going to Hawaii in April. In August.
I'm down.
I would like to thin out. If you
Let's try it out.
get a sponsor, I'll be
We'll
like
get
that
you
guy.
sponsored. How about that?
How about be like that guy on Subway?
No.
That's called a callback. A callback. We're talking about pedophiles.
No.
It's called a comedy callback.
Dude, actually, someone did a really funny joke about that. It was Ari and I were listening to some podcast or something,
funny about that. Actually,
and they were talking about, you know anything about Sam Bankman-Fried?
Yeah.
He's the crypto guy.
Yeah.
The young crypto guy, weird hair, and
Yeah.
he scammed everybody, stole their money. And Michael Lewis is the guy that wrote Moneyball. He wrote The Big Short, and he wrote a book about him, about Sam Bankman-Fried, and it was pretty surprisingly fawning. It was like surprisingly like, SBF's a pretty good guy. He's kind of misunderstood. Crazy because he's a huge scammer.
Yeah.
Anyway, Michael Lewis, their author, goes on TV and he's like, it's a little weird to me that after all the good Sam's done, one thing changed everybody's opinion on him. And someone responded, it was like, yeah, it's crazy how after all those hilarious commercials Jared Fogle did, for somebody does one thing and all of a sudden we call him a pedophile. And I was
it's like John Wilkes Booth was a great actor until he shot the president.
No one talks about John Wilkes Booth's acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Don't free SBF and arrest Roaring Kitty. Oh, I can't even explain Roaring Kitty, bro. I can't even explain Roaring Kitty. SBF, Fogle, and Booth dream blunt rotation. That's some good chat messages.
Blunt
right
rotation.
That's what I wanted to do. So what I wanted to do was, where was it? I think on Reddit there was.
You're back on Reddit. That's good.
I've never been off Reddit.
Yeah, you dissed it a lot though. So they are posting some goofy stuff.
They still my Reddit. Dang.
Oh, that was good. Glycerine. I like that.
Glycerine. This is what's good. This is what my dad thinks is good.
That's pretty funny. That's original.
This is pretty funny and original.
No?
Glycerine original. Atrioc merch store is out of this. Anyone know where I can find some? Finally, some good humor.
That's kind of funny. Oh, so Uncle Tim, your uncle, my brother.
Yeah.
I booked him on a cruise, and I said, "Hey, you want the drink package?" And he's like, "No, I don't really drink. Tanya doesn't drink." So I said, "All right, no big deal." He goes, "I think I'll just bring a bottle on board with me." And I said, "They won't let you do that." He goes, "Well, what if I put it in a Listerine bottle?" This guy is retired Air Force, now a pilot for a major airline. He has money to buy a drink, and he's gonna smuggle it in a Listerine.
Cheap. He's been cheap his whole life.
Oh, actually, on your birthday, they gave you a lot of money one year. That's when he
did.
was single. He was single, and he gave you a ton of money one
He
year.
did. For graduation, it was.
What was it? Okay.
He gave me for graduation. I thought it was 5. No.
It was like 10 ones, 10 10s, 10 20s. It was I don't know if it's not 10 20s, but it was a lot of money.
But it was $543,
Yeah,
something like
it
that.
was
Something nice. Something.
I was like, wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or something.
He,
like that,
you know,
21
he
cents.
didn't do that for
Yeah.
Zach. Of course,
He
got
didn't.
He got
But
married.
also, he was talking to me like he. I mean, he did this right now. I appreciate it, but he did come up to me and he was like, "Hey, if I give you money, you know," because he thought I was really smart.
Mistaken.
Made a big mistake on that one, but because I had good grades in high school before college, before I got into League of Legends, and he was like, "If I gave you my savings, could you 10x it? could you?" He's like, this high school wonder kid's gonna turn my fucking fortune around.
Yeah. He's got to push these few buttons right here. It's a secret nobody knows.
Put it into League of Legends.
Yeah.
So
He's
I
funny.
think he was trying. I think he was making a bet. I think he was like, "I'm gonna."
Well, it paid off. Look at you.
I guess so, and I should pay him back somehow.
You can buy him a
I'll
drink
give
on that
him
cruise.
$40K check. I can't cash.
It went in.
We cashed.
Well, that's
We're in the money.
wait a minute.
Party night.
so it has to go to that bank now and get paid.
Chad, I'm gifting some subs.
No, hold on a second. Well, I mean, I don't care if you do that.
I sold my Nvidia.
Yeah, I heard.
It's gone.
How'd it go after that? After you sold it, kind of bounced up a little bit.
Okay, that's.
Well played, sir.
That is being very results oriented. I am.
Results? Well, I
Get
did
this
this, and something better happened later. But you still made money, right? You still. You did good. So
I made a good
you're
amount.
gonna gift 20 subs.
20 subs to the community.
How,
We cashed the check today.
I don't think you listened to me the whole way though.
You told me the money's clear, the money's good.
The money's not cleared. The money's been deposited.
Uh,
A lot of those funds are on hold until it clears the bank.
why is it not gifted? Oh, here it is.
So when it gets clears the other bank, then you'll have it.
When it clears the other bank, then I'll.
It's just
have
been
it.
deposited. Now it's got to go from your bank to the other bank, who has the funds, and they're gonna say, "Oh, this check bounced."
Yeah, I actually am worried the check will bounce, given how late it is. But we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
Either way, we'll give some Nvidia money. Big gifts. Big gifts. Withdraw it all just in case.
Well, you can't because it's on a hold. You guy wasn't listening to me either.
We'll see. We'll see. Hey, thanks, Atrioc, for the gifties. Appreciate that.
So when you gift them,
that big A.
who gets them?
20 random people get them. The real winner, of course, is Jeff Bezos because I pay the full price and they give half of it back to me for the subs.
So you get to do it for half price.
And they'll get half price subs. That's right.
Oh, that's good.
I get half price subs.
But you get taxed on that half price that you get.
I do get taxed on it. So actually, that's probably I get a small.
So the big winner is Joe Biden.
The big winners, Joe Biden and Jeff Bezos, surprisingly. The government and the corporations somehow always come out on
That's
top.
weird.
It is weird. Trip B6, thank you for the 16 months.
Hey, you should shout out to your mother. She's like one of your original people.
My mother's one of my original people. I agree.
One of your original chatters. One of your original followers.
Of course, I shout out to my mom. Shout out to my
I've
mom.
never heard you once say, "Thank you." I don't know what her handle is, by the way.
It is. It's love you.
Foxy Mama. No. Love you. Could be.
Yeah, I think it's like. Is that it? I think that's it.
Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Previously subbed for 6 months.
Oh, did she drop?
Previously subbed for 6 months.
I just called her out. Shit.
You just called me out. Wait, whoa, whoa. Hold up here.
That's bad.
Let's pull this up right on stream, Mom.
Did she drop you?
Previously sub one message. What was it? Atrioc. Back in 2017.
Oh, so she's original. She's an OG.
She's a true lurker.
A lurker.
A true lurker. Wow. She's been following since 2015. Since I feel like that. She created it when I started at Twitch. That's cute.
That is cute. Remember she called you during a Twitch show?
Yeah. I do
on
remember
the
that.
phone. You're like, you look at your finger. That's my mom. That's pretty funny.
VIP her? I will VIP her. I'll give her a VIP. The second she subs.
Why don't you give a gift to your mom?
I guess I'll gift my mom.
That'd be nice.
Let's take.
That's all she's done for you.
Let's gift my mom a sub. Get into PayPal here. I'll gift her 1 month sub and then she can keep it going.
Well, she's not.
Hey, Truck, do you think there's any way we could talk about how furries are in every TikTok? I don't. Why is that your first message? Why is that your first chat message?
Who's that?
This is just a random person who wants to talk about furries. You know what furries are?
No.
It's people who wear fursuits.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Look who it is.
Oh, it's my mom.
I'll put it on the speaker. Hello, sweet Tracy.
Hey, both of you are dummies, because I've been subbing for 46 months.
So what's your account?
What's your account?
It's Love You 2016.
What'd you
Oh,
put?
you changed the year.
Yeah.
Well, then I just
Better give me props where they're due.
Well, he gifted you your old account.
I gave your old account a sub. Caught. Check it out. 46 month sub.
That's 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
You should have known better.
I did know better. He's the one that pulled up some false
I
data.
pulled up
I-
2003 and it said
I
not
told
sub. I thought that was your account.
I told this chat that he's the king of disinformation.
VIP.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
All right.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Bye.
Love you, Mom. Can't wait to have her on stream. She might have some truthful takes for once.
Yeah, I really hope that she gets on there because I love you. I think you're great. But she's your number one champion for sure. Like I'll say, Brandon, I wish you wouldn't have done that. I wish you'd get a job. I wish you'd get out of this house.
She was right. She was right.
I will tell you this. She's listening, obviously, but she is right more times than she's wrong. Which, if there's a disagreement between the two of us, she's right more times than she's wrong. But she's not always right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
She's
I've had my share of arguments with Mom. In my day.
right. She's right more than I
I've
am.
had my share.
Yeah. That whole Amazon debacle. She likes to bring that up every once in a
Oh man, she was right about that.
Everybody. I mean, it wasn't like she was right. Like she like the one-off person.
Well, she
It
was
like
vociferous.
she. What was that?
Yeah, that's right. I got lexicon.
That's a big
I'm
word.
a lexiconnoisseur.
You went to ASU and you got that word like that coming out.
I didn't learn it from ASU, I'll tell you that.
But anyway, she was.
But I
Might
gotta
have
give
been
him
the leader.
context.
but
My
there
dad left the military and
No,
was,
I left Raytheon.
you left the military and you went to Raytheon.
I didn't leave the military. I retired. Which, yeah, it's leaving. It's like, fuck this, I quit.
You remember, I say he left the military, he just retired. This is him at home freaking out. Disinformation! Fake news! I didn't leave the military, I retired, get it right! He sent me a text. You're lying on the street. Okay, anyway.
There are some military people out there on your chat.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
There's a subtle difference to leaving the military.
I didn't think you went AWOL. I didn't think
Well, you can separate.
they
or
dropped you in Iraq and they just never heard from you again and you... All right.
One of those guys in Japan that is on
My dad retired honorably. Honorable discharge from the military. And then went to Raytheon to make missiles, his long-lived dream. And while he's at Raytheon, he was a little, I'll say bored.
Disillusioned.
You were a little disillusioned, a little bored. You missed some of the hustle and bustle of your commander position in the military.
Yep, true.
And so you thought, hey, well, a job at Amazon, that's like a type A type job. I'm going to really nose to the grindstone. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be exactly what I want. And everyone in your life was like, Amazon, that doesn't sound good at all.
And when you say everyone in my life,
I'll say except for me. I was the only one who was like, you go for it, Dad. Go to Amazon.
you did not. You say, get out of my house. Literally every person I talk to, my brothers, friends, like this is like the best anyone says, like, well, good luck to you. But literally everyone, was at least against it or, vehemently opposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I know my shit. I'm doing my thing. I'm going. Everybody supported me.
Yeah, no one was mean
No
about
one's
it,
like,
but they were like, it's probably a bad
It's
idea.
probably not a good idea. You want to think this a little bit through?
Especially because you weren't even unhappy. I mean, Raytheon was fine. It was cushy.
It was just boring.
Especially
But anyway,
yeah.
in retrospect, it's time to be bored. I put in some good hours, some good time in the military, and I'm happy.
And then you went to Amazon and they were having him work at Christmas. They were having you work like
Well, it wasn't. It was like working
wasn't
nights,
day, but
it was 16
had, like, no
hours a
times.
day. It was miserable, and I wasn't even living at home. I was living up,
the
Phoenix.
trailer you had to go up to.
Yeah, there was not one good upside of this whole, and I was making less money. I made less money, but I did get some stock options that didn't do great. Working crazy hours, always tired, miserable, and I was like, this might have been a mistake.
How long did it take you to admit it to mom? Did you? Were you immediate about this? Hey, I'm worried about this, or were you trying to pretend for a while?
It was 8 months. Well, it was hard in Phoenix, but I was like, eventually I'm going to move to Tucson. They're going to transfer me to Tucson. When I get to Tucson, it's going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
And so, I was home. I was back in Tucson, but it was actually harder. Like the work was harder, and it was. When I was living in Phoenix, I didn't have a responsibility to be a husband during the week because I was at work, and I was like, I'm just away.
Yeah.
But now when you're living in Tucson, you're home, you're like, there's an expectation that you're going to help around the house. You're going to do shit. Not that I do a lot. I'm not saying that I'm like the number one house husband or anything, but it was worse, and the hours were longer, and it was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty immediate. Once I moved to Tucson, it was within a month. I was like, this is not good.
Yeah, it sucks. Is it true the only thing Amazonians get for free are free bananas in the office? Is that true?
I never got a free banana.
Not even a free banana.
No. But actually, I will tell you, I got some pretty sweet swag from Amazon.
I mean, you sent me some of it. It was like Amazon Veterans for Justice or something.
Veterans for Justice.
You gave me some.
I got some cool
basketball shirts I've been wearing. It's like Amazon Work Warrior, Amazon.
No, there was some. Those thermos mugs and stuff like that. They get not worth working there for me. It's not making too.
You know what I think they're making out on that deal? I think Amazon has rigged it so that they come out on top in these employee negotiations.
But I will tell you, anybody without even a high school education can go work for Amazon and make $20 an hour.
You know what?
But you have to work. I mean, a lot of people that I saw there, they're like, I just want to come here and chill. Well, that's not what got Jeff Bezos rich. By people just hanging out and chilling and chatting with their bros.
Okay, but he also didn't spend 20 hours moving boxes in a factory. That's not.
I bet he did. I bet originally he did.
No, he did
when
not.
he was in his garage and he was in the small.
He's never been poor. I want you to know that. He's never been poor. He was a Wall Street trader at 30 years old. His parents gave him $1 million.
Okay, well, you can say what you want about Jeff Bezos. I'm not a super fan of his, but he took the chance. He did it. He had an idea. He went after it. He went for it. He had people supporting him, and he made it work. I don't think he should be shat upon for doing that. He took the chance. He made it work.
I actually, I'm partially. I'm a bigger fan of.
The man in the arena is what I'm saying.
It's kind of a meme because there's this guy. I'm blanking on his name. He's the podcast guy.
The one podcaster in all the land.
Who's that podcast guy that did Man in the Arena? Chamath.
A podcast guy did not do Man in the Arena.
No, he didn't. But what he did is he basically pump and dumped a bunch of fucking dog shit companies. He was promising, like one of them was Virgin Galactic. They were going to go to space. One of them was like a healthcare company. They were all fake, and he pumped and dumped them. He's like, they're going to change the world, and everyone bought it. And he sold all this stuff. And then some guy was mad at him on social media, like, hey man, you fucking scammed me. And he's like, the man in the arena's in there taking risks. You know, people are going to snipe at me, but I'm
That's a lot different.
No,
That's
but he
not
pulled
even
the same
related.
quote.
That's
He
not-
pulled the same man in the Rita quote to justify his.
No, that's obviously a bait and switch or whatever. You get what you want from Amazon, and if you don't like it, you send it back. I'm not saying he's the
Listen,
humanitarian.
consumers like using Amazon. That's why it does so well. At the end of the day,
Really?
you
You think there's a future in Amazon?
well, I'm saying it's
That's
like I
brilliant.
get it. Did you know that like some massive portion of American workers have worked at Amazon because of how much
Yeah, the
turnover they have?
turnover. Yeah, it's
It's
turnover.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like there's a thing. They're running out of people. They've
like a pyramid scheme.
there's not enough people left to even work that haven't already tried it and given up. Like it's like
Yeah.
that's.
I could totally see that because it is a grind. It is a. It's not fun, but neither is working in a coal mine. But if you go in a coal mine and you make a living, you gotta fucking bring out the coal. You're not down there to bullshit, smoke a lucky. You're there to work. God damn it. Can you imagine if you were on a stream? If you just sat there, you didn't say one thing, you just stood. People would not subscribe. You have to be. You're informative. You got to. People want something for their money.
This is how I feel. The guy on the right is the coal miners. The coal miners sucking up all the profits, and then the guy on the left is Jeff Bezos, barely getting a drop, dude. I feel like there's the greedy fucking coal miners and the greedy fucking warehouse workers are siphoning off the labor.
What are you talking about here?
I'm just telling you, dude. I feel
this
like
makes no sense.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Is I agree with you.
You're obviously being ironic here and saying, "Oh, it's really Jeff Bezos getting the big swig of juice of his Coors Light. It's cool Coors Light,
cool. Ice cold Coors." Ask him. Wait. What's what else? What else? Anybody got any questions for my dear old dad?
I love answering questions.
It's fun.
I do like answering questions.
That's what we call a waffle stream. That's where we get on
Waffle?
and we answer questions.
You know,
and we
Zach
waffle.
named one of his dogs Stroop Waffle. It's an odd name, but it's a super cute dog.
We should get pictures. Oh, that's what I keep getting distracted. The thing was, if someone could find this for me, because I actually can't find it, maybe I'll check my notes.
What was that Burberry thing?
This is a Burberry beauty ad.
Is that
It's Adam Driver looking shredded.
Wasn't he Darth Vader?
Yeah, he was the new one. Check that out. Sheesh. I'm looking for. It was a Reddit thread on like people's. I don't know, like end of life regrets or whatever.
What Ari said on Brandon's deathbed, he's gonna say, "I wish I would have worked more." That was so funny because it was so true. It's cutting. It's cutting.
Oh, hey, the news from today. Speaking of Jeff Bezos, he's back on top, baby.
What?
World's richest man again.
Good for him.
He beat the Frenchman. That's good for us. Hey, this is good for America and good for us. He's back on top. That's my goat. Amazing he was able to do that. All those lazy warehouse workers. Just siphoning off his time and money.
So if you don't like it, just stop shopping. Go back to Target.
Well, don't stop shopping. Just don't work there.
Go back to the mall. That's a freaking ghost town.
What I was looking for is, man, I wish I could find it. If someone has it, it was like the #1 thing on Reddit. It was like #1 on Ask Reddit. It had 20,000 upvotes. It was people talking about, or things that could like, I don't remember.
You've not completed a sentence yet. So
I know, because I don't remember it exactly, because I wanted to save it for
knows what
stream.
you're talking about. You want to save it for stream?
I wanted to save it for
Keep
stream.
going back to this Adam Driver picture, though. I'm a little worried.
Happily married. Happily married.
So many
Maybe
people.
this. People in their 40s.
Yeah.
What's something people in their 20s don't realize is going to affect them when they age? I don't think that works, because you're not in your 40s and I'm not in my 20s.
Yeah. I'm almost in my 60s. For those who make over $200,000, yeah, join the military, retire, and then get a second job. What was the insult one? What insult? Go back up.
What insult? What's an insult that deeply hurt you that you won't forget? Okay, let's see.
What insult
Has deeply hurt you that you won't forget? Let's see. My mom called me a fat son of a bitch when I was like 10. But typing this out, I realized she also called herself a bitch.
That's true. That's good. Well played, sir. Oh, I thought that was your chat asking us. That's just a Reddit.
This is just a Reddit thing.
Okay.
My grandmother told me I was useless and no one likes me. I wasn't too choked up when she passed. It's a really mean thing for a grandma to say.
That is pretty bad.
Do you have a good relationship with your
you know
grandparents?
what? You know what? What's that?
Do you have a good relationship with your grandparents?
Well,
know.
my dad's parents, no, because they both died when I was pretty young, and my mom's parents, probably when I was really young, it was okay, but then you find stuff out about them.
Oh, yeah?
It's not good. So,
Ewing family history.
yeah,
It
it's
gets
like,
dark the
it's
farther
not
we go
good.
back.
And so I fell out of like with them, and so yeah, I would say no.
That's tough.
Yeah,
I like mine. I like my grandparents.
Do you?
They're all class X.
All of them? Can you name them?
The ones I hang out with.
All right.
The ones I hang out with.
Yeah.
Teacher called me dumb when I asked about a concept third time. That's teacher calling a kid dumb is really funny.
Oh, so the guy I work with at work,
Yeah.
I was asking about this termination program. He's like, I'm going to explain this to you. And he explains it to me, and then I ask another question. He's like, all right, I'm going to explain it again to you.
Yeah.
And so it has like 30 times, or not like 3 times.
Yeah.
He's like, look, man, I can tell that I'm going to explain this to you about 40 times. He, like, no shit, called me out. I'm going to explain this to you about 40 times. And so, like, every day I come into work, I'll ask another question about the subject. He's like, this is number 18.
Oh no!
And he's like, totally. He goes, it's okay. It's okay. It's a very complicated subject, and I know you've never done it before. Number 19. And then I was like, it just keeps going.
That would piss me off.
No, he does it with humor.
Yeah.
But I was like, in my defense, I think it's like an additional question to the same subject.
Yeah, it's new. It's new
It's like,
information.
it's
you're
like,
asking.
yeah, okay. What's the next step? Of
And he
this?
wants to get the number up.
Yeah.
That
We're
pisses
always
me off.
busting on each other, though. Anyway.
Oh,
But what I want to say is one time when I was in the Air Force,
Mm-hmm.
I was a brand new second lieutenant, and we were working at the command post, which is set up kind of like this. And there was a young airman with
It's
me.
kind of like a command post.
Yeah.
You know?
And she did something wrong. Like I was doing something, hey, can you do this? And she fucked it up. And I go, you are completely worthless. And I said,
so
I said it.
mean.
I said like that, like under my voice. But she obviously heard it.
That's so
And I really
mean.
hurt her feelings. And I felt so bad. And you can't apologize enough.
Yeah, you can't.
You know, it's like I was frustrated. I'm sorry. You are a valuable team member. You can't say enough.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
And that was terrible. God, it was the worst fucking feeling I've ever had. And I can't imagine how she felt. You know.
Yeah, it's
God,
terrible.
it was terrible. So I mean, nobody's perfect.
I wonder if Chatter feels like that when they say something about my hairline or whatever. I wonder if they ever feel like,
No, they all
wow,
glom
I
onto
was
it. Litty
too,
fingers, hot dog fingers.
I went too far on that one. God, I feel regret, deep regret for saying that.
Have you any regrets like that? You ever say something to somebody, like your dad or something?
don't
I know
think-
one that you should say.
What? I was gonna say I remember one time. This is like coming to mind, but I remember I was in my room, and I think I don't remember exactly. I think Mom had dumped all my stuff out because I had done something, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was in the room and I saw it all splayed out, and I said some mean thing about Mom, and I didn't think anyone was around, and she was right outside the door walking down, and she came out right as I said it, and I knew she heard me, and I felt really bad.
Yeah, you laughed
Because it was way too mean, and
Yeah.
I was, and I felt really bad.
Did you apologize to her?
Of course, I apologized to her,
Did you?
but it just didn't. You know,
It
it was.
didn't land.
I'm
When
sure
you
it
guys
landed
used to
once.
fight, when you and Mom used to fight, like when you're in 7th grade, it was not like, you know,
Back when I listened to Eminem, thank God,
you were an Eminem.
I had my blonde hair.
Oh yeah, I remember you guys were having an argument or something. You're like, you're the worst mom ever, and like that really hit her. Like you couldn't have said anything worse to her than calling her the worst mom ever. And she logically knows you didn't mean it.
And also that it's not true. I mean,
and it's
his
not
mom's
true. She's like one of the best ones of all time.
She's amazing. Everybody knows that.
But you would say that to her, and she would internalize it and like, he thinks I'm the worst mom ever. I'm like, are you dumb? Or what?
That helps.
Yeah, my husband.
I call her the worst mom. Her husband calls her dumb.
He's only doing that because that's like the one trigger point you have.
I was back into a corner.
You could have called her every bad word in the book and she'd have brushed it off. But you call her the worst mother ever, and man, that was like a dagger.
We didn't.
But I'm not saying you guys fought.
You're exaggerating the amount we fought. I think we.
I said it was not very much, but when you did it, you hit
when
that.
We did it one time, 7th grade or whatever.
You hit her with that, what do they call that? The rope-a-dope. That's terrible. What a bad son.
We can't trust you because you're adopted. That's a terrible thing to say to a kid.
Ooh, that is bad.
When I was a kid.
Aunt Sarah's adopted, though. We can't really trust her, so it's not too far off the truth.
I reached the point where my mom wasn't quick enough to hit me anymore. I was faster, I suppose. She didn't believe something I was telling her, and I don't remember what it was. She called me a liar and spit right in my face and said, liars are the scum of the earth. Jesus.
Wow, that's deep.
That's tough.
I read stuff like this in my family life. Wasn't too bad.
It didn't seem too bad. When I was about 14, having a fight with my dad, he told me they should have never had me. 20 years later, I've forgiven it but never forgot. Yikes. That is a tough thing about some things you say. It's like
one of my friends
stick with you.
in high school, he had some problems,
Sure.
in high school, and his dad told him, "You're the reason your mother and I are getting divorced."
Jesus.
I was like, "Oh my god."
Jesus.
Can you believe that? That's like the worst fucking.
That's like the worst thing you could
terrible.
say.
It's terrible.
That's terrible. You can't take.
What were you
that
gonna
back.
do? It wasn't this. There was something else.
It was a similar. It was like one of these,
Oh,
but it was more interesting stuff. It was like, God damn! I wish I could find it. I'm a little bit bummed. I thought it would have been a good.
I was trying to think of what's the worst insult I've ever been given.
You ever been fired from a job? Did you do anything before
Yeah,
military?
I got fired. It was
It was high school.
High
What'd you get fired for?
It was a pizza place I used to work at, and I called in sick like too late in the day or whatever, and yeah, he said you're fired. I remember like being really upset, like I can't believe I got fired, and then my mom, who was like your mom,
Yeah.
she like goes in there and starts bitching the guy. I'm like, hey, this is not helping. This is not helping. Let's just walk away with our little shred of dignity. But it was like it was kind of like a the pizza place was kind of floundering. It wasn't doing well. So
Right, they're already.
He was already like, I can get rid of
I
this
gotta
kid.
cut costs.
Yep.
Man, I wish I could find this
You?
question.
You didn't have a lot of jobs. I remember when you used to work for tokens or something like that. When you you would write stuff and then like you're like, hey, I got all these tokens. I'm like, what is that?
Saying tokens like I was for crypto. No, I used to do esports jobs and they'd pay you in like mouse pads and shit. They'd pay you in fucking. I mean, they'd pay you in anything they could other than cash.
Anything that you could not spend.
I remember Team Liquid was paying me in like exposure, dude. They were like, we'll fly you out to events. And then I'm like, all right, well, I can't afford to do food when I'm there. Well, it's there. Yeah, Dignitas mouse pad. I mean, IGN would pay me. Oh, maybe this is the one. Okay, what about this? People over 40.
Mm-hmm.
What's one thing you regret the most in your younger years?
I had kids too young.
No, it was good. Good idea. It was good.
I would tell you, and I think this is not uncommon. And like we always pressuring you and Ari to have a grandkid. We want one, but we're definitely not super really pressuring you. But I remember, and this is some disinformation. I'm going to go a little on a tangent here.
Okay.
I think I put too much pressure on you and Zach. I think I did.
Yeah.
I don't think I put as much pressure on you as you guys think I did.
It's interesting because if I actually had to remember it, I would say Mom. Like academically, I would say Mom put more pressure on us.
Well, because on
Than
that
you
same
did.
stream, the one with the Oreo cookies,
Yeah.
you were talking about something, and you said, well, mom would support me. It was about basketball. Hey, I'm into basketball, and I feel a little bad because my dad, he was into sports, but I never was into sports.
Yeah.
And my mom, she just supports us no matter what. So it was my dad that was disappointed. I don't ever care that you played sports or didn't play sports.
No. The only thing you didn't support, I think, was when I didn't have a job after college. Or I didn't have a real. I had
the
esports
worst
jobs.
father ever.
No, I don't think you're the worst father. I just think like I was trying to explain that I had a plan. I had a vision.
Well,
And you didn't really seem to.
But once you explained it to me, did I not get on board?
I think Mom was always on board, and she kind of held your hand. I never felt when I was explaining to you, you would do the same thing where you're nodding along. You're not listening. You were not listening. You were thinking this is bullshit. This esports shit is not real. There's nothing in gaming.
Brandon,
I could just tell. I could tell from the way you.
Let me tell you how I truly felt.
All right, tell
and
me.
I can remember this was in that front office at our house in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
And I said, hey, Brandon, and I remember saying, hey, you graduated college, you moved back home, we're totally fine with that. And I don't care that you play games. I know that you're trying to build something up there, but you should get a job. You should, do something. You get Costco, go to the bank. I don't care. Just do something to get into the work environment. And you were like mad, but you were really passionate. And you go, Dad, I know you don't understand this. I know that this is beyond your comprehension. This is something, not comprehension, but...
I didn't sound like young Sheldon. I want you guys to know.
You were like, I know this is something that you're just not part of your lexicon. But this, everything I'm doing here, all this gaming I'm doing is actually leading to something. And this is what I want to do. And you talk for like 15, 20 minutes about your game plan. And at the end of your speech, I still didn't understand your game plan, but I knew that you were passionate about it, and I was completely fine with it. I was over.
You guys were supportive in general.
Supportive in general. Before this, and this was like the red flag of all red flags. When we were living in Germany, and you flew over and said, "Hey, I met this guy online." And he said I could rack up with him at this freaking BubuCon, whatever, in Iceland or whatever.
I'm so glad you guys let me go to that.
I mean, I can imagine if it said, hey, my son's been kidnapped. We haven't heard from him in 3 weeks. Well, what happened? Give me the backstory. Well, he came over from the United States and he met this guy online. And they would have arrested me.
He's talking about met this guy online. This is Team Liquid. Early days Team Liquid, and they were going to have me come out to DreamHack to do coverage and interviews. We got let me see. Wait. Check it out. Watch this. I'm going to... There's no shot it's going to appear.
I remember you had that little recorder thing going on.
Man. Oh, yes. Okay, check us out.
Look how young you are.
Hi, this is Atrioc from
had no hair,
TeamLiquid.net. I'm here at DreamHack in Sweden. I'm here with Liquid TLO and Liquid Huck. Big cheers. Hi.
Anyway, I was trying to convince my parents to let me... There's a train, right? There's a train up to...
Oh, you flew.
Oh, I flew.
But Team Liquid invited you to go do the interviews. They weren't going to put you up. They weren't paying
No,
you.
I was going to stay in a hostel with this random Swedish guy.
Rando. Complete rando.
It was, by the way, the smallest bunk bed. Like slanted half bunk. Like when you cut a sandwich diagonally. It was like a half. a half bunk bed, and we had to split it with like I'm talking about 3 people. I think it was miserable. It was so uncomfortable, and we had to sleep on that, and I had no money for it, and they weren't gonna let me go, and I begged so hard, and they let me go, and I appreciate it because this interview and the article that I wrote is what helped me get into this other Team Liquid project, was let me get noticed by the Twitch guy and like led to a job. So it was a big deal.
What I'm saying is we completely supported
Thrilling.
and it went against every better piece of judgment I had. I was like, oh, you're letting your kids go off. But again, it was in an arena and an environment that we're not familiar with, and we trusted you, and off you went. Worked out well.
Damn, your dad low-key made you. Everyone's dads low-key made them, by the way. Just biologically, I want you to know that's...
Yeah, well, that's real. I should have just gone with you and just hung out in the shadows and said, okay.
That would have been way worse.
Don't kill
That would
my
have been
kid.
terrible if that happened. Some of these things, you just give your thoughts, all right? One response. Not investing and not appreciating people who love you. This is one thing people regret when they're over 40. Not investing in relationships, not appreciating people who love them.
Yeah, that's true. You take people for granted, 100%.
Not enjoying it more. I didn't realize how fast my younger years would pass.
I don't have that regret. I
feel like you enjoyed it.
I had a great time. I had a great time with the Air Force. I'm having a great time now. You know what's funny is we tell you this too, just to pressure you to have kids. is we had you and Zach. Well, not so much Zach, but you definitely earlier than we had planned, and now we're living the life, man. We got 2 adult children that are self-sufficient, and Mom and I are free to do whatever we want.
I know you guys are taking these big cruises all the time.
Yeah, and we're enjoying it. But at the time, we're like, oh shit, our life's over. We don't have any money. We don't have I don't have a really good job. I'm still in college. We got this kid on the way, and and then you were premature.
You did have me young, huh? How old were you?
Relatively speaking, we weren't that young. Like I was 24, I think.
I mean, I guess that for the time is not that's young.
Well, I mean,
now. It feels young.
Yeah, it feels young now.
24.
But I mean, I had kids, friends in high school that had kids. I'm like, that's. We felt we weren't ready. We probably weren't ready. That's for sure. But I'll be honest with you, you're never ready for a kid because it is life changing to have a thing that's completely dependent on you. It's great.
Self-sufficient from minute one. So
negative. You were premature.
we
couldn't even take care of you.
I was ready to go. I was ready to get out in the world, get the job done.
But that
I
specialist
don't want to sit around.
Oh, I was just thinking about that too. You don't remember this because you're a baby, but they had to take an X-ray of you. Do you remember the story?
Do you remember this?
No,
do you remember when?
No. Do you remember the story?
Literally, fetus. You remember when they?
Do you remember us telling the story
No,
about this?
I don't remember this.
Your
What?
mom wouldn't even do it. She would always make me go do it because they put you in a jar.
The story that she always tells.
Yeah.
This is the powerful one. Was that I was born premature and they didn't know if I was going to live or die.
Yeah, they didn't.
And then they asked if they wanted a priest in the room, and
she
she
kicked him out.
said, "Fuck no."
She didn't use the F word, but
She said, "I
She
besmirch
did.
the name of God."
she didn't like spit and her head spin around.
She said, "There's." She started vomiting in all directions, and then I was born.
No, this was after you were born. You were touch and go there, and they said we're gonna have a priest here to give last rites, and she said she might have used the F word. Who knows? She kicked
When
him
she
out.
tells it, she's like very.
But she
angry.
passionately said, "There's no way you're coming here. Get away from me."
No priest.
She didn't want anybody slowing down or giving up hope, and she certainly didn't. None of us did. It was rough.
Has your dad been the CEO of a base? Yeah, you were, right?
Not a base.
Of a base.
Well,
606.
a squadron and a group, and the group was in Panama, so it wasn't really a base. It was an area, but not like a wing commander or a base commander, nothing like that.
What about speaking too quick, not listening and thinking more? That doesn't seem.
That's like from your teenage years all the way up to modern day, like today. Because people are so prepared to make their response, they're not listening to the other person's comment or argument, whatever. It's like I'm gonna fire back with my knowledge, and you don't hear the other person's.
That's
point.
true. That is true. What about caring too much about what other people think of you?
100%. And what people think of my kids, or what people think of my wife, and like, I have this whole thing, I got this whole image, I got packages I got to put together. Nobody gives a shit,
I do think most people don't give a shit.
and
at
they're
least
too
not
worried
me.
about their own things, and they're not paying attention to other people. And if they do, fuck them. Who cares? You know.
My mom always says, "Don't think about what you're going to say while the other person is talking." But then, how are you going to have your?
No, but
How are you
listen
going to fire back? You know
listen
what I'm
to their
saying? You're not
argument.
gonna have a
Listen to their
sick-
argument. And my friend Dan, the guy that's always busting my balls, when someone says,
Yo, 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 yo. We back? Are we back? You guys hear us? Fucking Starforge, man. I'm gonna use that merch money, and I'm buying a new PC. I appreciate what they did for me. I really do. But I'm over it. I'm over. It's like the fucking 20th time. This is my job. I can't.
a little pride.
I can't let this keep happening. It's too frustrating. Dude, these boomers with their phones. They're always on their phones.
Is that what he said about me? I was saying goodnight to my wife, you piece of shit.
Live a little,
I was,
look up, enjoy the world. You're always on the, you're always
people
on
say
the-
they don't appreciate relationships, and I'm appreciating a relationship,
digital.
and I get called out. Well,
I'm trying to live in the moment, real life,
all right.
human interaction. What other ones?
We had a good comment going on.
I know. I'm
Completely
miffed about it, dude.
I'm miffed. What are you, 80? Miffed. I like your lights for their lawyer up. That's pretty good.
What is this? A couple other. Oh, we lost our camera again. All right. What were we talking about? You talking about your balls being busted? What happened? What were we talking about? Before we
Something
cut out.
about Dan.
Something about Dan. Dan.
I don't remember. He's a great. It's like someone said, "Hey, I could talk bad about my kids, or I could talk bad about someone, but nobody else can." And so I'm always busting on Dan. He busts on me too, but nobody else can. Like, Dan's too hard. Dan's too. I'm like, hey, don't talk about Dan like that, because Dan's my buddy. I'm super loyal to that guy.
What else? Not setting firm boundaries with people. You ever done that? Givers at the. Nah, you're not really I think you're pretty good about that. I remember when you got that hardwood floor for us. That was badass. That was the coolest thing you ever did. That might be the coolest
I'm
thing
disappointed. That's the highlight of my
has
dad
ever
career.
did. That was so badass.
After breaking you out of prison in Atlanta,
You didn't break me out of prison.
I think that was a greater feat than the hardwood floor.
No. It was nice of you to show up, and it was nice of you to
And
not be
support you.
screaming at me. But I think getting that hardwood floors was that was
It
incredible.
was the coup de
Because we
grace.
were so confident we were going to get them.
I was too, actually. I was like, oh, these guys, you guys are so screwed. Because they're just like, hey, we'll get to you when we get to you. I'm like, they're never going to get to you.
Yeah.
Once you sign a lease, they got you. You're
They
hooked.
did. They had us dead to rights. We had a stupid signature on a stupid lease,
Yeah.
and then you calmly but forcefully told them we want our damn hardwood floors.
You were already getting one over on me because you had already there as a free tenant.
Oh, yeah.
I caught those like checks and balances, you know.
What about not saving money? Not saving money is a big one. The
is
younger
a big
you
one 'cause-
are, simple
yeah.
things like $1 a day, 10 or 20 in an account you don't withdraw from.
People just, I don't want to go all, the time value of money here.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing stronger than compound interest.
I understand why people don't just simply.
Because I'll tell you, you live to the lifestyle you become. You make X amount of dollars, you live to that lifestyle. If you take X minus whatever, you will live to that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You just need to be comfortable in that lifestyle. So you have to pay. A financial advisor told me early on, you need to pay yourself first, which means put money aside. And everybody's like, I'm barely making it now. Yeah, you will barely make it with $20 less a week. And and as you get raises and get more money, you just put a little more. You don't take the whole raise. Put some of that raise or some of that found cash someplace else. I do it now, and I'm not as well off as you are, but you gotta prepare for the long game, or you're gonna be fucked.
The problem is, if you don't get a Gucci belt, people are gonna think you're poor.
Let them think whatever they want. Talk about what people think. You can play that high school game in high school, but after high school, you need to not worry about so much what other people think about you, because they're not paying your bills. They're not living your life. They're not taking care of your kids, or they don't live your life. So who cares what they think?
True.
Don't be an asshole, but don't be so worryful of what other people think.
The thing is, back in your day, they didn't have Klarna. You ever heard of that?
What is it?
Klarna or Afterpay? You ever heard of that?
No, I don't know what that is.
These things called Buy Now, Pay Later. It's a new app, and you can buy it, and it'll put it on it'll split it into 4 payments over a long period.
That's
of
not
time.
a new concept.
No.
What are you talking about?
It's so funny. They just rebranded debt and credit cards, and they called it Buy Now, Pay Later. It's this whole, and people are using these Zoomers, these Gen Z kids are using Buy Now, Pay Later to buy everything.
That's terrible.
And if you don't make a payment, they slap you with all these fees.
That's terrible.
Um,
I've told Tracy we take cruises pretty regularly. I would not enjoy that cruise. I would not enjoy it if it wasn't paid for before I went on it.
oh yeah, doing anything on debt
Yeah, it just sucks.
ruins all the joy out of it.
There's no joy. There would be no joy.
Your brain is just unless you.
I'd be
crazy.
overstressed. I'm like, I still owe $1,000 or whatever. But it's so freeing to go, hey, this is already paid for. These drinks literally are free. Although I already paid
not
for
free. You always say.
No, your mom always says that.
Yeah, she talks about it's free.
It's not free. It's already prepaid.
Yeah.
You can have as many as you want. Yeah, debt. I can't stand it.
Gonna Klarna my sports bets. I will say
That's
one
a
thing
good.
about you.
That's a good deal. I can respect that.
You can respect that
Because if your sports bet loses,
yeah,
you Klarna another bet,
just
double it,
down.
double up the catch up.
Now he's getting it.
There's
Now he's getting
that is
it.
a tried and true.
That's a way to wealth.
Double up the catch
That's
up.
how Warren Buffett did it. That's how he got to the top as he kept.
I don't know that he was Reddit on it, but my friend Dave and I, we double up the catch up. We have never.
I will say, of the gamblers I've ever met, you are the most responsible gambler I've ever met in my life.
And you might be one of the most irresponsible.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why. I don't have your level of restraint. Because you gamble on like every sports game, but you do it for $5. You never up the stakes. And you just get joy out of it anyway. But I don't know.
It's all
crazy.
about, for me, because I gamble a lot with Dave.
Yeah.
And it's more about, I kicked your ass. I took, $1 million.
You just like
I just like the betting.
the
bet
camaraderie
is
of it.
the amount of money. 'Cause I'm not going to, I don't bet so much it's going to change my lifestyle.
Yeah.
If I win or if I lose. I bet because it's fun to
You're
bet.
You're like a social smoker, but for gambling. You're a social gambler.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's his thing, but yeah, okay, I'll go with that. It's more about just the fun of gambling. So when I gamble, it's as much fun for me to bet, $10, $20 on a hand of blackjack as it is to bet $100. But I could bet $10 and $20 all night long. If I bet $100, if I lose 5 or 6 hands, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Or
I've seen you
500 out of the ATM, put it all on one.
Yeah, you've done that, and Zach has done it, and it drives me insane. He'll put $700 on the field, which he knows to be a shitty bet.
There's some thrill of it. The
thrill of it is to say, look,
you
Dad,
hit,
what I did.
It's an unreal moment. You just fucking lose it.
Yeah, but that $700 is not going to change your life.
No, it's more of like the
thrill, the hunt.
But
yeah.
Now I'm gonna lose $500 in the goddamn Mavericks. So I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, But you can't just $1,000 on hockey's finals are still going on.
Wait,
always
I
a
wanted to. Someone had a question for you. What was your dad's biggest struggle with having kids in the military? It's my biggest deterrent in commissioning right now.
The biggest deterrent?
Biggest struggle with having kids in the military. He's thinking about.
If he's going to be commissioned,
Yeah.
he's going to move a lot, probably, and it's great for you as an officer or anybody in the military to move to a new location and you get new adventures and you're meeting new people and it's a lot of fun. But you've just ripped your kids out of their school again, and your wife's doing it, and so
it turned out all right. It's not
you turned
that
out,
big a
yeah,
deal.
you turned out all right. And I think you're better off for it because you got to see so many different parts of the country, different parts of the world. I think it's made you a lot more well-rounded. But in the moment, hey, we're going to leave this school and go to another school, and I know you just did that 2 years ago, but we're going to do it again. Oh yeah, that sounds great. It's not the reaction I ever got, you know. Looking back on it, you're like, oh, that was cool. I got to live in Germany. I got to live in Virginia.
We did never have a good reaction. It was never a surprise, but it always felt like a surprise.
Yeah. And so that's hard on the family. And we celebrate the family in the military.
I feel like kids these days it wouldn't even bother them. You got the internet, you got online games.
Well, you did use that a lot too. You said that.
I know, but back then it was like.
It was tougher. It's harder.
You know, I don't think I even have Facebook. That's how fucking. That's crazy. I don't have Facebook.
I'm coming in blurry. How come you look so sharp and handsome?
It's range bound. You have to move where I am.
Nah, never mind.
It's not gonna work.
You won't see the bags under my eyes. It's all blurry.
Does anyone have any more questions for my dad? Otherwise, I think we're gonna call it. He's got to get to the airport tomorrow, so he's gonna go and get some sleep. He does have work. You ever dunked basketball
On a regulation rim?
on a regulation rim? Yeah, me neither. They ask me every day ever since I started playing basketball. I thought about it. Thought about learning. Nah, can't do it. I'm not tall enough.
No. But I will tell you this. It is like going back to the last question. It is a challenge. You know, you got to prepare your kids for it, and the military does a pretty good job of trying to move you during the summer months, so that it's a good break in school. It doesn't always happen, but they try. And at the end, I think it's a great service to children. It's just in the moment, it's tough.
Oh wait, there was a good question. Best Father's Day gift you've ever given or gotten? People are going to use this as advice because they're going to buy something for their dad for Father's Day. What should all of our chatters get for their fathers for Father's Day? You as a father. Yeah, which account did you deposit it in?
It doesn't matter.
What account did you deposit that check in when you walked off with?
It's going in yours. Who knows?
Where's that? I need to check where that went.
So the honest question is you being
I don't
there.
think that we ever got you anything actually good for Father's Day.
As a gift, the gift is presence. Presence.
Okay. All right, Shakespeare.
No, it's like being able to see you today, or any time. That's the gift, is being around.
Mm-hmm.
What's my biggest complaint about my dad? He's never there.
Mm-hmm.
He's never around, right? He's disengaged. So, and I guess that might be on me.
He's watching right now, so watch out.
Sure
Don't.
he is. Sure he is. But it's just being there. That's the gift. People you love, you want to have them around you.
I remember we had that big fight. We weren't talking for a while, and you gave me that whole speech about, hey, I didn't talk to my dad. We had a big fight. I don't want that to happen to us.
I didn't, and I don't.
It was good.
And it hasn't. So good.
It was good. It won me over. I don't even know what we were fighting about. That's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Call your dads or go hang out with them if you're near them.
Yeah,
go get a meal. Go spend some time.
Exactly, and they'll be happy to buy you dinner or lunch.
I think they'll enjoy it. And if you have a rough relationship with your dad, maybe consider trying to patch it up. Could be worth it. Depends though. We don't really know.
we don't know what we're talking about.
We don't know. Your dad could be Drake. We're gonna raise respect, of course. Thank you guys for watching this Father's Day special. I'll be back tomorrow. I was gonna do Marketing Monday today. I did push it till tomorrow, but that's good because, drum roll please, The Elon Musk vote is tomorrow. We'll know tomorrow whether or not he convinced enough sycophants to vote yes and give him $54 billion. So we're going to find out because that's what my slides were about, and now I'll have the answer. So we'll see. Tune in tomorrow. Should be good. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go wish goodbye to my dad and see you tomorrow for Thursday. Goodbye.